Yeah, he goes back to the office. You'll never guess what happened today. No, seriously. To which I'm sure somebody answered, no man, he's on TV. Look, he's in Romania right now. You can't get him in. Do another question. Yes, sir.
It's not so much of a question as much as just a really appreciation for you coming to our Rogue Valley, helping support the cause of the libraries, and the authenticity of your spirit. I know you probably hear that a lot, but what you...
Wait a minute, you mean the money's going to the library?
but just your genuine spirit has done so much, not just for individuals such as myself in everyday living, but just done so much, and we thank you for taking your...
Well, thank you very much. I'm going to use that as a segue for a story, a little bit of a heart story. So, to understand, I mean, first of all, thank you very kindly, and I am very happy to be here. This came about not necessarily accidentally, but it was really a matter of because I'm doing a lot of stuff in the area, and I spoke with, I met these lovely people at Rogue Roasters, and it is the best coffee in friggin' Oregon. That I started talking, I said, you know, I just like to stay busy, I like to play, and so then Jeremy and I talked, said, no, can I come and just play here? And I was thinking we'd do something no name, we don't mention Survivor Man, I'll just show up and just play like a cafe Thursday night kind of thing, and then, you know, and then we started talking, I said, well, you know, it's getting close to Christmas, things like that. I mean, we could, you know, maybe some people will show up if we put it out. And I said, well, if we're going to put it out, then let's make sure it becomes a charitable event. And I would like to, you know, hand it to Jeremy for choosing the library, feeling that this was a very worthwhile cause. And so I am very happy to be here. And it's a chance for me to meet you all and enjoy a wonderful Saturday morning, although my voice is still waking up. But I wanted to say that on your where you came from was every single morning of every single Survivor Man you ever saw, whether I'm beside a lake or a stream or on a mountain or whatever, I would always dedicate the show and everything I was going to do that day in some way to influence people in a positive way or create a positive influence in people's lives. And then I would get up from that sort of meditation by the water and I'd think, well, don't be a dolt. All you're going to do is make a shelter today. How's that going to be inspirational? And over the years, I started getting a lot of emails from people, you know, claiming inspiration after having watched the Survivor Man shows, and that had nothing to do with survival. You know, I mean, yes, there are those stories of people who've been lost and said, hey, you know, I used your technique and it helped me a lot. But I'll tell you a story. When I was in Nashville, I was recording the latest album there, and went down to the cafe there, and I tweeted out, hey, I'm going to be down at the Frothy Monkey, come on down and, you know, meet me, because truth is, no one ever really shows up when you do that. So I thought, well, you know, it's it. But lo and behold, a son and his father showed up, and he showed, and I'm sitting there, I'm like, well, come on over, and I spent like 45 minutes with him, having a cappuccino and talking stuff, and then before he left, the son hands me an envelope, and he said, you know, this is from my mom, I'm not allowed to read it, but when I leave, you can read it. The day carries on, and I was in the car with my recording engineer, and I pull out the letter and go, oh, I better read this thing. And I paused for a moment because I could feel it, and I said, I better warn you, this could be heavy. And the letter goes on to say how the boy had been raised under essentially a horrifying situation. Her and her son had been essentially held captive by the father and beaten to a pulp of her life almost every single day, and the boy had to watch that, and he said to her when he was like 5 years old, I know I can get through this, Mommy, because this is what Survivor Man does, he survives. So yeah, I was reading the letter, and believe me, I was bawling my eyes out. And it was stories like that when I realized that what Survivor Man was for me, and the way I filmed it, and the way I shot the show, and the stories that I told, sure, it was about fire bows and eating scorpions and building shelters, but it was also about something much larger, I felt. And I've stuck to that, you know, and it's been, like I say, it's almost 15 years now that it's been on the air. Yeah. Hey.